Welcome to my weekly Fabricate Friday video on my YouTube channel and blog. I'm Suzanne, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Today's video is all about paper crafting. I'm here to share how easy it is to make a 3D project. I also sell the products I feature in this video. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial, and I would love to see you shop with me. Hey everybody! So this is the project I want to share with you today. It is a card holder box. Looks like that. And it is to put your cards in. So I have made many card holder boxes in the past. None like this, actually. They're all different. So if you go back, I think I have a playlist called card holder boxes or something. Anyway, I have like at least, how long I've been doing YouTube? 6 years. So I have at least 6+ videos in that playlist. And I think it's important for all of us who make cards to store them somewhere. So I just have some cards here, and as you can see, they are upward facing. So I could make a couple of these, and this one could be labeled hello. The next one we're going to do is going to be birthday. There could be a get well, and you could just put them nicely on your shelf. And then when you need to grab the card, you would just go to whichever category you require. So I'm going to share with you how to make it. You need 2 pieces of cardstock, 7 by 7 1/4, and we're going to score them the exact same. Let me check my notes here just to make sure that I'm doing everything right. So on the 7-inch side, we are going to score at, so at the 7-inch side, we're going to score at 4.5 and 6.5, and then we're going to flip it this way, and we're going to score at 1 3/4. There. And then, oh well, we'll just do the next one. So the 7-inch side, hopefully you can see that I'm on 7-inch. So we are going to score at 4.5, 6.5. We're going to turn it this way, 1 3/4 at the bottom. This is Bermuda Bay, by the way. I haven't used that color in a while. Okay, so this is the only tricky part, and it's not really tricky. I have a ruler here on this score line here. I'm just going to go and place a tick mark with my stylist at 2 inches, right there. And then on this side, from this score line, I'm going to go 2 inches. And I'm going to do a little tick. Doesn't matter where. Okay, there's some more cutting. So I'm going to bring out my trimmer here. And right at that 2-inch mark where my little tick is, oops, I should turn it this way. So right at the 2-inch mark, so you know where my score line, it's going to hit the 2-inch right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up until that second score line. Right there. Okay. Now, at this point, we can lop off some. Where's my scissors? To make it easier for us. I'm just going to cut along the score line just to make it easy. So now what we're going to do is take this corner and go straight up. And you only have to do this on this one. The other one's easy. So just cut till it falls away. Okay, so that's one piece. I'm putting that to aside. So this one, This is the easy one. That tick mark we made right there, we're going to take it up to that second score line. So it's pretty easy. All I have to do is put that little tick so I can see it right at the score or the track there. And then this one on that track. Okay, so this should be easy. Sweet. Now, if you wanted to make a measure here to make sure that your angles were perfect, you could measure them like that. They look pretty good, actually. A little bit off. And this is where I came up with, okay, so I'll show you how it's supposed to go. Like that, right? So this is the back, this is the front, and then we have these two pieces. So I can go ahead and burnish my score lines. That might be easier so that you can tell which one I'm working on. So there's a definite side. It's easy once you have the, like you figured it out, how it's going to work. Okay, I'm just going to cut up on the score lines really quickly. And we're wedging out, and we're even going to wedge out here and here. Okay, same like this. Wedge, wedge, here and there. Okay, now I have some really cute paper. This is called Ice Cream Corner, and these two rectangles are sized 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. So make sure if you have a pattern piece of paper that, you know, has to go on a specific way, you may want to make sure that, you know, this, if the pattern is running that way, you know, it's 4 1/4 here, you know, or if the pattern's running this way, it doesn't matter, whatever. You get, I hope you're picking up what I'm throwing down. Anyway, what I was thinking of doing is just maybe tacking this down a little bit where I kind of want it. There, I want it just there. And then I thought what I would do to make my angles perfect is to slightly draw a pencil line so that I know where to cut, because these angles sometimes they can be off and no one's perfect. So I thought maybe what I would try to do is try to be as perfect as I can. I would call this cheating because if I don't have to do math, I'm happy. All right, so there we go. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. Little bit of pencil. Hey, no one minds a little bit of a cheat. I should call it a hack. It's not a cheat. There's nothing cheating about it. All right, so I'm going to have that one there and that one there. So I'm going to bring out my little trimmer here once more. And I'm just going to line my trimmer blade up with that pencil line. And even that cut wasn't perfect because I'm hurrying. I'm tired. I want to get to bed. And here we go. Okay. One last thing. There's one in the center and it needs to be 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. Again, I'm just going to use one of the little leftover pieces. This paper is delightful. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put my adhesive. It's easier to decorate, I think, when the paper is flat. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. One of the things I noticed too is if you can get adhesive right on that corner, oh, it's so nice. Okay, and let's see how I did with this one. Yeah, that looks good. I'm just going to take my little eraser. I got this eraser. It looks like a donut. Woohoo. Okay. Small things amuse me. And again, just trying to get adhesive right to that teeny tiny corner there. That's a hard one. But the thing is, if you're going to be putting it on a shelf, that's what you want to do. And I suppose if you wanted to, you could put paper here. Why bother? Because mine are faced this way. So I'm not worried about it. All right, that wasn't too bad. As you can see here, I was off a little bit. No one's really going to see it. And off here too. So I feel like this hack was just a little bit stronger than my mathematical calculation over there. Okay. I'm putting adhesive on both the tabs and then adhesive close to the score line and the free edge on both of the tabs facing out. Okay, now I'm going to put this angle here on my line on my mat, and I'm going to bring this up, same, bring it up to the line on the mat. Oh, so nice. Just like that. Close this guy here, close that, easy. The tabs go in first, so like that, and then you just pick a side. I'm just picking this side. And I'm going to do 2 lines. All right, so this can be a tricky part too. I want it to be square, so I'm going to put this flat on my desk. I'm going to pull this towards me. So this is the one that doesn't have any adhesive, and I'm going to catch it with my tabs here on the inside, so you can see that. And then I'm going to close this one, and I just want it to be as square as possible. Then, so that's all nicely finished inside, and you shouldn't have a hangover. If you do, you can just sort of trim off any edges, but hopefully you won't have any. That's cute paper. And this, if you recall, the popsicle's on the outside, so these really do go together. Oh my gosh, so good. Don't you think? Oh, okay. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one. This is a stitched circle, and I have the word birthday in just plain font, and it's from Monogram Messages. I happen to really like Stays on Ink when I use actual red rubber for my really nice crisp messages. Perfect. And then just a bit of dimensional adhesive pull off the backing and adhere it straight on my little card box. Okay, there you have it. Pretty cool, hey? So I always start the new year with some form of card holder box. It's just been my own tradition. So yeah, I hope that maybe one of the card making boxes you will have come across and completed yourself. And maybe you have a few of these floating around on your shelves. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.